Thank you for clicking on this video. Welcome to episode number 14, where we are modding the Squier Sonic Series Bronco bass to make it sound as good as we can get it. In today's episode, we're going to install a light sensor red pickup into this bass. Will it sound better than the stock pickup? Let's find out. So I am reviving this series based on viewer demand. I have received lots of comments about wanting to hear this bass with drop-in replacement pickups that doesn't require extra routing of the body or extra kind of woodwork like that. We're just looking for a drop-in replacement that's quieter, but retains the similar kind of bitey, lo-fi, grindy type character of the original single coil, but with just less noise. Now these are a drop-in replacement for the Bronco bass. They are a standard single coil size pickup shell, and it fit into this Bronco bass without any issue at all. Now the wiring color scheme is slightly different than some of the other pickup manufacturers out there. In this case, the orange is the hot wire and green and white are both ground. Now the lace sensor pickup design is different compared to a traditional pickup design. Now I'm not going to pretend to truly understand how any of this works, but as I understand it, the lace sensor has two metal bars that run lengthwise on both sides of the pickup. So one here and one there, that acts as a bit of a shield and helps prevent some of the unwanted noise from creeping in. More importantly, unlike a traditional Stratocaster pickup that has pole pieces under each string, these have much smaller pickup sensing units that run all the way across the pickup. This is supposed to kind of yield a more even string response and a better frequency response as well. Now for us bass players where there are only 4 strings, this also works in our favor because now we don't have these kind of null points in the magnetic field when we only have 4 strings. So test number 1. Is the lace sensor red any quieter than the stock pickup? What I've done here is I've used the identical recording chain, same input gain, same settings on my Line6, and I've put the bass in the same spot. So let's compare the stock pickup noise only compared to the lace sensor red. I am going to put a bit of a clean boost on this just so you can hear it better over YouTube audio, but otherwise I haven't changed any of the other frequencies at all. Now we're just listening for noise here. Let's hear it. So as you can hear, the lace sensor red is quite a bit quieter in comparison to the stock pickup, but is picking up a different frequency of hum compared to the stock pickup. But it is quieter, although I can't really say that the lace sensor is completely hum-free because there's still noise there. Now let's hear how the lace sensor red sounds compared to the stock pickup. We're going to have 3 passes to this track. The first one, we're going to have the tone knob just barely open, so 10-15% or so. And then we'll have the tone knob at 50%, and then we'll have the tone knob wide open. In this playing example, I'm using the stock tone pot with the stock capacitor that came with the bass. And this is a CTS 250K volume pot. Let's give it a listen. I hope you enjoyed that playing example. Please let me know what you thought of the tones by leaving a comment below. Right off the bat, there's more output from the Line6 Sensor Red compared to the stock pickup. Not significantly so, but there is more output and level coming straight out of the pickup. With the tone knob barely open, the Line6 Sensor Red had quite a bit more low mids compared to the stock pickup. So it does give it a kind of a warmer, bigger, tubbier sound. I did feel, however, both lacked a bit of clarity, but that's with the tone knob barely open. So let's open up the tone knob. With the tone knob at 50%, the Line6 Sensor really had quite a bit more kind of upper mid-range bite, and it still retained that low mid and low warmth to it. So I quite like that sound with the tone at 50%. With the tone knob wide open, I think the Line6 Sensor Red is picking up quite a bit more frequencies and is still a warmer sound compared to a stock pickup. Now, if I were to have any criticisms for the Line6 Sensor Red, I would say the tone is still a bit on the muffled side. So it still lacks a bit of that kind of mid-range clarity. It's definitely punchier, but it's still a little more muffled than what I would like it to be. With that in mind, in comes the Line6 Sensor Blue. Now, Line6 Sensor color codes the type font in the logo on all of these pickups, and they're supposed to represent a different voicing and a different output level and a different tone. So depending on what your tonal goals are, you can kind of go through their website and find the color that best matches kind of what your tonal goals are. Now, the red is supposed to be their highest output humbucker type design. The blue, on the other hand, is supposed to be modeled after a 1950s PAF style pickup. So they're claiming is warmer with slightly less output compared to the Line6 Sensor Red. For us bass players, in trying to interpret that with guitar terms is sometimes difficult. But what I think they're trying to get at is there's a little less aggression, a little less forward mid push, and it's just a little more laid back, a little more polite, if you will. And maybe the Line6 Sensor Blue will have a little more open mid-range character to it while still retaining the warmth in the bottom and the grindy bite on top. We're gonna have to find out. So in the next episode, I'm gonna install these Line6 Sensor Blues into this Bronco bass. And in the video I'm planning after that, I'm going to put a 500K volume pot in here and we'll see whether or not that makes a difference at all. So please stay tuned and let's find out together. Thanks so much for watching this video. See you next time.